are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. And today, here on a Wednesday, we have the Barnes, Tony, and Domac show. How you gentlemen doing today?
What's going on? I'm doing great today. Working the audio board. We got Domac watching the video switcher for the first time today, dude. So expect some mistakes, Brian.
He's fired up. I can tell.
He is fired up. Hot off his 8 a.m. class this morning, dude.
Hot off the 8 a.m. class.
Yeah.
And I have to ask, because we haven't had him in since the Super Bowl. What were your thoughts?
Phenomenal Super Bowl. So
Yeah.
much fun. Chiefs winning. Mahomes winning. Everyone doing their job. It was great. It was actually very entertaining. After the first half, I thought it was going to be like a snooze fest. I thought it was going to be like the Rams-Patriots game.
Right.
And the second quarter came, and there was a long pass, and then the fumble, and then the rest of the second half, it was actually it was a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a lot of people, probably Tony included, you just learn, you just don't go against Mahomes at the end of the day.
All-time classic, Tony.
You just can't do
No,
it.
his time will come where he falls heavy, okay? And you're going to be taken down with him. So that's what that's going to be about, dude.
No way.
Risen Messiah.
You should have seen it. We were watching the game. And I swear for 15 minutes, though, Tony's just like frozen in motion on the couch, like just sitting there like.
So stupid, dude. No, yeah, dude. No, let's play our defense back. Let's give him like 8 yards every down, dude.
What did you think? I mean, I kind of thought
There's nothing
after the game that here we go again, Shanahan. I mean, it definitely is a question that deserves to be asked. Like, can he handle the big moment? I think a lot of people are kind of giving him a pass, but I think
gonna happen.
He made some poor decisions, especially not deferring in overtime. I think it's like, why is he always at the helm with these double-digit leads that don't end up converting to wins in the Super Bowl?
It's definitely a glaring issue, and I feel like it needs to be brought up. But I think because of the narrative right now, and people are so high on Shanahan, I feel like it's not going to be brought up.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to start to be an issue. If they underperform next year, it's going to be a big issue.
And especially if literally this happens one more time. I mean, I don't know how you go back with it.
I don't think you can come back from it.
Yeah. Any thought there, Tony? I mean, I don't know if he's allowed to lose another Super Bowl, honestly.
Yeah, it's just so tough because I mean, at the end of the day, he's getting there. Like he's your best chance of getting there. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think he's certainly doing his best job. I mean, what mistakes did he really make?
Well, I think overtime,
other than I'm saying,
that's
like,
everything.
Is it though?
I mean, it is.
I mean, give me a break. Like he wanted the ball. And I don't again. I don't know what his actual reasoning. I forget what he said in his postgame conference. But we talked about it. I mean, his defense was on the field a ton in that fourth quarter. Like, I mean, you want to give him a little break. And I mean, obviously, I mean, you get the ball first. You're putting the game in your hands right away. Like, I know you said, we talked about it on Monday, where like, oh, then, if you get the ball second, you understand, what you need to do, right? Like it's not, like you need to score or you just need a field goal or whatever you may need, what it's coming. But you get the ball first, you have the opportunity to put the pressure on. So I don't know, man. I mean, I don't think it was that egregious of a missed call, especially since, most of that game, you did see their defense kind of shutting down, Kansas City. So, it's not like they were running all over you or they were like easily, I guess, marching down the field. The defense made stands, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's still just, though, you have to wonder, since he's been there, I mean, the roster has been loaded.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure like the York family, I mean, it has to cross their minds. Like, if somebody else had this roster, would they garner different results?
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, look at we talked about it though. Like the two biggest mistakes. I forget who was commenting on Monday too. It might have been Corey, honestly. I think he said, right, get rid of the defensive coordinator and get rid of your special teams guy, because those were two ginormous mishaps. And you even saw it in the fourth quarter. Like Shanahan literally calls timeout to his defense coordinator. He was like, what are you doing? Like, why are we running a defense like this?
Right. No, I mean that's definitely true. But I also think second half, I think he got a little too pass happy as well.
Yeah.
You know, it was like they weren't playing with the lead. You know, so I just think, like I said, I mean, this is a results oriented business. It's not like he's working with scraps here. You know, sure, when he came here with John Lynch, what was it, 7 years ago, whatever the case may be, the roster was barren. It was a different situation, but you've had one of the best, if not the best roster in the NFL for the last few years, and you don't have anything to show for it. So I just think, you know, I think more than the general public thinks, I think there is some thought like he can't mess this up again. Like if we go to the Super Bowl again, he's got to win it.
Right, but I mean, if he runs it back next year, goes to the Super Bowl, loses, you're gonna fire him.
I kind of think so, to be honest.
Isn't that kind of crazy though?
I mean, but you know, I mean, you're at what 30 plus years since the Niners have won a title. I mean, they're a proud franchise. I mean, they feel they have a roster that's ready to go.
Yeah, but do you realize like that means the following year that new coach you hire needs to win a Super Bowl? Like that's like they have to win it the following year. There's no way.
Yeah,
like that's a tremendous amount of pressure you're putting on an incoming coach, and it's going to be a new coach, like. New system.
Right. And of course, the results were different on the way out. But I think the whole thing here is if Belichick can be fired, winning 6 Super Bowls, anybody can be fired. Glowing. Kyle Shanahan, who hasn't won anything.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, that's obviously different. I mean, look at the Patriots season, though. I'm saying, like, if they do run it back again next season, go to the Super Bowl, lose, like, it's not like you're firing Belichick off of a year where he did go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They have, I mean, the Patriots look like they're nothing. They got nothing going on for them. The Niners have everything. I mean, don't you think you would keep that together even though he loses?
No, because I just think you're in a different spot than other teams. If you're a team that it's like, okay, you know, we're just looking for something sustainable, long term, we're patient. But the Niners have to be in win now mode.
If you were, let's say, in charge here, would you be getting rid of him now?
Well, I would make the staff changes, but then I would say
this is your last year.
This is it. Like, go win it. You know what I mean? We're tired of being second, you know? So
I mean, how many opportunities is a coach going to get until he gets like
right?
Because a lot of coaches get to Super Bowl once and then that's it. Yeah. So, you know, you're going to let them get to a third, lose that. You know, this is the NFL here. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm telling you, he can't mess it up again. And I think, you know, he deserves a decent amount. I know you're going against the Chiefs. But I definitely think he deserves some blame. And it's just like one of those things with anything. It's just like, why are you always involved with blowing a lead in a big game? At the end of the day, you know, you can make any excuse you want, but why is your name always part of it? You know,
other than the Pats, what else? So there's obviously right here is the offensive coordinator for the Falcons.
For the Falcons against the Pats. And then the first time against the Chiefs, they were up 10 points in the fourth quarter. This one, you were 10 points in the second quarter, but your name's on it.
Right.
You know? So just something to keep an eye out for. And we do have a bunch of comments.
I want
to get to those.
All right. So to start,
yeah, that's a little finagly. Sorry.
Kev Deuce said, "Let's go. We want the smoke. The clown is in the house. What a great game by a great player, Tatum. Hashtag TCA. Hashtag DTV. Hashtag SportsPort." And then Matthew Gabriel said, "Let's go." Then said Kev Do. What it do?
Hey.
Then Josh B said, "Let's pile it on. Let's go. 4 more days. Hashtag TCA. Hashtag SportsPort. Hashtag TTV. Then Matthew Gabriel said, "Josh boy, let's go. How's your mother? How's your father's? How's your grandmother?"
Matthew, having a good time with it.
Josh B said, "Matty G, can't wait till Sunday.
We all
it's gonna
are
be epic.
Pumped for Sunday, dude."
Then Michael Buckta said, "D'Lo's been killing it lately ever since the trade block." Then he said, "Tatum did have a great game last night, but he can't do it late in the playoffs." And then he goes on to say, to be a great NBA player, you have to be clutch in regular season and the playoffs. Tatum can only do one of that. Kev Do, if you hate the Celtics, then why the fuck do you praise Tatum? And he keeps going and says, "You can't like Tatum as a Knicks fan. You just can't.
Gosh.
I'm sorry, but you're a bandwagon." Danny V said, "What up, fellas? Let's
Bernie!
go."
Haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, right.
Tony's mother said, "Good morning, fellas."
Good morning, Mom.
Then Josh B said, "Are we talking about replacing a coach that can't win one game? Never mind what it takes to get there. Come on, he'd be fired faster than one-legged man eliminated in an ass-kicking contest. Hired. My bad." Then Michael Buckta said, "Kev Do, you're still clown, my friend."
Jesus.
Then Danny V said, "Kev Do kick rocks."
Bernie's on
Classic.
Michael's side here.
Yeah, seems like it.
And then Josh B was like, "As a Jets fan, I love to always be second. What are we talking about? Come on, Double B." And then Kev Do said Matty G was good. And then Kev Do said he don't get it. I'm fucking with him.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just like with what Josh says. I mean, the Jets are clearly in a different spot than the 49ers.
Right.
And I think you don't want to be brought down to that level. And it's like, not everybody's going to talk about it, but it's, again, these people are paid millions of dollars to, and I know it's not easy, but at the end of the day, that's your job and you got to deliver, and there's got to be a sense of accountability. So that's just something that you have to keep in mind. And I know, he's obviously a younger coach relative. I mean, what's he in his early 40s, mid 40s. And, we've seen Andy Reid turn around his career too, from a coach that couldn't win the big game to now being a legendary coach. So, I mean, it is circumstance, there is time. But I just think, he's not going to be able to keep going to the Super Bowl and losing, and especially while leading. I think eventually push is going to come to shove.
Quick, gotta go.
We got a couple other comments here.
Oh, baby. I bet it's
We're really off.
Going.
Are we still on Tatum?
Oh my God. Yeah. I just got lost with all the comments. Danny said Tatum had a good first half, only 10 points, and bad shooting in the second half. Then Buck just said, "I'm just kidding with you too." Then he goes on to say, "Please stop praising Tatum as a Knicks fan."
Oh my God.
Kev Deuce says Bernie kicked Boulder barefoot. Kicks Boulders barefoot. And then Michael Buckta said 49ers suck.
And I was kind of just thinking about this, just with the Super Bowl and everything. And I guess me and Tony kind of touched on it quickly, but what would you say, Domac, as to where you kind of, and obviously a lot still to be written, but as of now, like where you put Mahomes historically in terms of like the greatest quarterbacks of all time?
I mean, I put him top 3, probably top 2 behind Brady. I mean, if he reaches Brady's number, I think he's better than Brady. And obviously, if he passes Brady's Super Bowl number, then he's definitely better. So I think personally, it's just a matter of time. He just hasn't been in the league long enough. Give him enough time and he'll surpass it. So that's how I feel on it.
And it's tough.
It's just a time thing,
because I feel like it's like, just as far as what's fair, what's right, because Montana has one more, it kind of seems like, maybe he still should be ahead of him. But I do think there is something to it being more difficult to win now than ever. That's why we haven't had a repeat champ in 20 years. So that's why it's like, is it more challenging? I know then on the flip side of things, defense was tougher when Montana played. So maybe that evens out. So I guess just if, I think we could put him third safely. And then, once he wins another one, then I think that'll change. And I do think he has a really good shot. I mean, being only 28 years old, you would think, he's got double-digit years left at least in his career. So a lot of games to be played and a lot of winning to be done, you would think.
Yeah, totally.
And then also, I was mentioning Reed. I mean, he's got to be up there too. Just in terms of, great coaches, I'm sure
hamburgers,
he still has half of what Belichick has. So you would think Belichick's ahead of him. And then you have Chuck Noll as well being up there, of course, Lombardi, but I think safely in the top 10 and possibly in the top 5 though. Of all-time great coaches. What do you think?
Easily, I would say top 5, definitely, right? Like,
definitely top 5.
I mean, he's third winning most coach.
Well, I guess if we're thinking Super Bowl era, right? I mean, Jimmy has 3, or no, does Jimmy have 2? I think Jimmy only has 2 because Barry Switzer won a Super Bowl, I think, with the Cowboys as well. But then Chuck Noll has 3. Obviously, Belichick has 6. So. Yeah, I mean he's he's got to be top 5 and maybe even top 3. It's just tough to compare the older eras with coaches to AFL and all that stuff.
Looks like it says here that he and Belichick are the only 2 coaches in the history of the NFL with 200 plus wins and 3 Super Bowl titles.
Yeah, so
it's pretty crazy.
It's remarkable.
And I guess he's 4th all time regular season wins.
And it's amazing too, because obviously, you point to Patrick Mahomes, but if you look at his college career, the numbers were okay, but losing record with Cliff Kingsbury. So it's like, I think a lot's to be said, Reed, he has Mahomes and stuff, but he definitely made Mahomes, and Mahomes learned under Alex Smith, only had one start his rookie year. So, I mean, the combination, the work that they've done, both of them deserve, a lot of praise.
Yeah, it really is incredible. I mean, you hear Mahomes too talk about Reed. I mean, the guy's a genius, you know, and like you said, he made Mahomes kind of like what he is. So, I mean, you can't really it's so tough, I feel like, to compare coaches, quarterbacks, especially from different eras and stuff like that. But I mean, you still can't doubt the accolades here for Reed. I mean, it's pretty outstanding.
It is. And just like with Mahomes, there's still room to give. I wouldn't be surprised if Reed coaches till he's 70.
He should, honestly. And we talked about it too from Sunday. I mean, Reed wasn't doing anything crazy, but those big, those 3rd and longs they needed, those 4th down plays, his play calling was great, dude.
Well, and then too, I mean, just the fact too, I think what defines it is Hardman scoring the game-winning touchdown. I mean, didn't have a role with the Jets. Made some mistakes with the Chiefs, and then we'll trust him to catch the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl.
And I mean, I don't know. I feel like that was a lot of the Chiefs game all year.
Yeah,
I mean, they didn't really have many targets in terms of receivers, and they made the best with the little they had in terms of that.
Kind of just a random question here. I'm thinking just to wrap up this football conversation. If you guys had to give me a name, next quarterback, obviously other than Mahomes to win a Super Bowl, who's it going to be?
Oh, next quarterback.
Joe Burrow.
Burrow?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I was saying Burrow. You never know about Rodgers. I mean, maybe this is me going off the cuff, but I'm going to say Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah,
wow.
dude.
Interesting.
Wow.
Think about it.
I'm excited about that. I just, I wish he was in any other division. It's so tough that they're in the West,
Yeah, but
it seems like it'll happen eventually.
If they do well in that division, I mean, they can probably take on anyone,
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Chiefs repeat next year, repeat, whatever, next year. And then the following year, I could see Herbert, after a year in the system.
Right.
Getting to that point. But
so then he would be the next one.
Yeah, but also it's Burrow. But I feel like I'm just copying both of you guys. But those are the most likely. It doesn't seem like Allen's going to do it. You
can't.
Doesn't seem like Jalen Hurts is going to do it.
Lamar?
Doesn't seem like Lamar is going to do it.
Maybe Stafford.
Stafford could, but I think it just depends. What are they doing to improve that team?
Right. What do you think the Lions are doing? Do you think Goff could?
No.
Definitely not.
Definitely not, but I think there's a reason why the list is so exclusive of guys that win Super Bowls. It's not just anybody.
Do you think anyone other than Mahomes is going to win next year? Honestly.
Well, I mean, I think Burrow would have the best chance. I guess they came out yesterday and said T. Higgins is going to get franchised, so they're not going to lose him. So that's definitely a possibility, but yeah, I guess it would be him and Herbert, but I mean, how are the Chargers going to beat them? I don't know. You know what I mean? The Chiefs have had their number. So full offseason ahead of us, though. I mean, maybe the Jets. I don't know. It just seems like the Jets are doomed. Honestly. I just it's almost easier just to kind of go at it where you just assume the Jets are never going to do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then there's nothing to stress about. Right or no?
You're totally right.
But moving along here, we have some golf starting tomorrow.
Let's go,
Historic Riviera Country Club. What was once called the Los Angeles Open is now referred to as the Genesis Invitational, which has been hosted, by Tiger Woods for a few years now. This is one of the most historic venues on the PGA Tour, established in 1926. So,
dude.
Going on almost 100 years here, par 71, and the length here, 7,322 yards. So one of the best tests on the PGA Tour. And, you look at recent winners, Rahm won last year, 2 strokes over Max Homa. You had Neiman in 2022 winning, and Rahm was 17 under, Neiman 19 under. You had Homa win in 2021 at 12 under in a playoff over Tony Finau. You had Adam Scott win his second title in 2020 at 11 under. JB Holmes in 2019 at 14 under. Bubba Watson has won this tournament 3 times. The last time he won was in 2018 at 12 under. DJ 17 under. Watson again in 16 at 15 under. James Hahn in 2015 at 6 under. And Watson's first title came in 2014 at 15 under. Kind of interesting. Though, you have 3 different golfers, 6 titles since 2015 have been won by guys that are no longer on the PGA Tour.
That's kind of crazy.
So
that's really crazy.
But obviously, you have some talented guys winning this. And of course, I think, the most exciting part here is just the fact that, Tiger's back. Tiger's back in the field. He had the reveal of his Sunday red line. So it'll be interesting to see him.
You buying some?
Maybe, but it'll be interesting to see him just not wearing Nike. I mean, that's something that we're so accustomed to.
Pretty crazy.
And to wear that stuff is completely different. So we'll see him tomorrow, I believe. Yeah, he's paired up with JT and Gary Woodland. I think they have like a 9:40 start. I'll have to verify that tomorrow. But just to give you an idea, elevated event, 70 spots. So really the best in the world going at it. But you got Homa, Scotty Scheffler, Colin Morikawa, Xander Schauffele, Sam Burns, JT, Patrick Cantlay, Rory McIlroy, 2-time champion Adam Scott, Tony Finau, who I said lost in the playoff a couple of years ago, Sahith Theegala, who's been red hot to start this year, Victor Hovland, Jason Day, Ludwig Aubert, and Wyndham Clark. Obviously, Charlie Hoffman finding his way into the field, with that second place finish and losing in the playoff at the Waste Management last week. So a lot of guys to pick from here. But if you had to narrow it down, Tony, what are you thinking? I know you've done your research on this one.
Dude, how could I sit here and not just hit the right corner again? Go back to the corner. No. Just go. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what you did. You opened up free form.
All right, I got it.
That's okay, dude. You got it. I would say, I don't know, dude. I mean, look at this pool player. I know, very impressive. The extended pool players, big event. But how do you not just go with Scotty here? I mean, I think that's my outright favorite to win for sure. Going with Scheffler. I mean, we talked about it. The consistency is ridiculous. Always top 5. He puts himself in the running to be there to potentially win. And I don't think anyone really else on the I can't look at this guy and be anyone else and be like, this guy's a surefire gonna win here. So give me Scotty for the win. Do you know what he's like? Is he like plus what's he at?
Let's get the odds going. Let's pull him up.
You want to pull up Jets Invitational? Maybe careful with the hot corners, dude.
Dude, I've never used hot corners before, and that is just they're really weird.
You're really weird. I heard Domac got spanked around golf on Tuesday a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard, dude.
Bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tough conditions?
No, it was just I didn't know who I was going up against. So first couple holes, I'm talking a little back and forth. I didn't know that one of the kids has been playing for like 6 years. I started a year and a half ago. So,
okay.
We're even through 3 or 4 holes. So I'm like, all right, I'm on my I'm playing well, doing my thing. And then he just pulls away and it got ugly fast. So
wow. Okay.
It was bad.
You can keep scrolling down. Normally they have
right
there we go.
Okay, so Scotty
he is the favorite to win, dude.
1. Yeah.
I mean, how is he not, right?
Yeah. No, that's definitely true.
I guess I gotta go chalk.
I'm gonna take a page out of your book, Tony. I'm gonna go Victor Hovland.
Are you kidding me right now?
Off the break last week. I think the rest, will do well for him. So yeah, I like Hovland to win. Domac, are you going JT here, or strong finish at Waste Management, but
no, I think honestly, now that you brought it up, because of the week break, I think Hovland's also a really good idea.
Speaking of nuts,
that big break definitely could help him, and I feel like it's going to help him. And
throw a couple shekels up there, could be a nice payday.
I've been picking Hovland probably, I don't know, 2 of the last 4 twice. I think I picked him so far this season. Hasn't won me anything. So
You're not really good at picking in general.
That's not true.
Niners this, Niners that. Anyways.
Who's your
Ridiculous.
sleeper, Tony?
Give me Tiger, I guess, right?
Tiger.
Tiger for the
okay.
sleeper. I don't even see his name on here for the odds, dude.
Yeah, he's triple digit.
Right. So
Underdog.
I mean, how do I not? I mean, given the circumstances, let's go. That's the
okay. I'm gonna
dog.
take. What is it? Is that
Cam
8
Davis
to 1? No, is 8,000. Is that 80 to 1?
It would be right because it's in increments of 100.
Okay,
so
okay, wow. All right. So yeah, give me Chris Kirk 80 to 1. Are you kidding me?
Chris Kirk, dude.
I mean, that's kind of crazy, no?
yeah, that is kind of crazy. Surprised you didn't want your guy Ash K.
No, he blew it. He blew it.
You're off the wagon.
Yeah, I'm done
oh
with
man,
it.
yeah, for a couple weeks maybe. Then we'll see.
Well, he's young, so he's got time to improve. He's not like Kyle Shanahan, who's got multiple opportunities.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Kirk. And now, if we could go around to your Tiger finish, what's the prediction? Start with Domek.
I don't know, dude. I feel like either he's gonna do phenomenal for like. I feel like he's gonna do phenomenal like either on one of the days, and then the other days are gonna be terrible, and it's gonna end up finishing like really middle of the pack. But because he had this one good day, the media is gonna take it and run with it, and I feel like that happens sometimes when he plays. Like he'll have like one day where like he plays all right, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, Tiger's back," and then like the other 2 days, like he won't be playing like how he should be, and then he falls to like 40th. And he's like tied for like 40th or 38th, but everyone's like, oh, one good day. He'll get back eventually. And then it's just this big cycle.
Yeah, I could see that. What about you, Tony?
Honestly, where he finishes, in all honesty, I don't know, 22nd.
Okay.
I think within top 25, but
strong first round, or
I could see him maybe fading a little bit into the, coming in the 4th round.
Okay.
Just because of the body, the breaking down, got to be walking a lot. I mean,
Gotcha.
When's the last time? I mean, I don't know, dude. I would like to think that he's fully healthy, but it's gonna play a factor. It's just is, dude.
There'll be a limp. There'll be a look at the knee.
There's gonna be
there's grimacing.
You're gonna see some grimacing for sure, dude. And when Tiger's grimacing, is probably an excruciating amount of pain for like a regular person like Domek.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm gonna say 30. I hope it's higher, but my prediction is gonna be 30th. And then just a couple other things here. So purse is $20 million. Winner gets $4 million. TV coverage wise, Thursday, Friday, Golf Channel 4 to 8. Saturday 1 to 3 on Golf, 3 to 7 on CBS. And while we're here on Sunday, 1 to 3 Golf Channel, 3 to 6:30 on CBS. So I'm sure we'll find a screen to pop it on if Tiger happens to be in contention on Sunday wearing the red for the first time.
Yeah, we got to. I was thinking about it yesterday because we have 15 people coming on Sunday total.
Yeah,
like without us.
Yep.
We're gonna need like a big TV in here, I think, dude.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll talk to Sharon.
Yeah, maybe I'll just give us the boathouse.
That would be kind of crazy, dude.
Just as a
big monitor wall,
a favor.
Yeah.
I think we could get him to do it. I mean, give him some donuts, right?
Yeah, give him donuts. Maybe here, have a couple. Maybe a nice new window in his house or something. Maybe
a couple chocolates,
couple shit. yeah, dude.
And then also too, PGA Tour Live will have coverage before regular TV comes on. But definitely excited to watch this tournament and just to see what Tiger's gonna do. That's for sure.
Did you say what place he would finish?
30th. Yeah.
Okay.
We did have a couple comments in that. One Tiger comment. Let's get to that one first from Josh M.
Yes, good job.
Josh M says Tiger looks really lean and jacked lately to me. I think that coupled with so much time playing with the son, he's gonna have new energy we haven't seen in a while.
Thoughts?
I mean, listen, I would like to again think so. I mean, he does. I mean, he's always looked like he's been in great shape in terms of his body and stuff like that. Playing with his son, I could see that getting some more pep in his step. I mean, you see interviews talking about how his son is like out driving him now, beating him some holes, whatever. So that's kind of cute. How old is his son? Do you know much about? Is he?
Jeez. I mean, I want to say he's like 14, 15 years old.
He's that young?
Yeah, Charlie Woods.
Holy cow, dude! I thought he was going to be like senior high school, going to college sort of deal. Charlie Woods, 15.
What do you know?
What do you know, dude? You even know the kid's age. What do you know? So I mean, I guess so. I really hope so for his sake. Honestly,
Maybe it gives Tiger some fire.
Yeah.
Maybe he thinks like, hey, I really got to prove to everyone I'm still like that.
Tiger fire.
So what I would say too is I'll start this by saying I'm not expecting him to win it all this year, but I think there's more of a chance than I think everybody realizes. I do think
Messiah.
He's really, it's been a couple of years since he's kind of really like accustomed to things. And Tiger, he's not playing unless he thinks he has some type of chance to win.
Right.
He would have retired by now. So he is doing this for a reason.
Right.
So
and he wouldn't be playing if he didn't want to win either. He wants to win. Yeah,
he's always said that. He said, I will not play if I don't think I have a chance. So clearly there's a chance. And I hope, he gets off to a good start.
There's nothing
when he tees off. And I think it's always, it helps with JT, playing with him the first couple of rounds. I think
that's kind of
comfort
cool.
level. And I know he's known Gary Woodland for a while as well. And Josh M also says that in the new brand, I wouldn't bet against him.
The new brand. I mean, how do you feel about the new brand?
It's muscle memory, so I could see how you're like I kind of miss Nike, that.
Yeah.
But I think we'll grow accustomed to it.
I hope so.
I really do. So yeah, I'm excited to see that tomorrow as well. Before we move along here, one thing. Josh B says league MVP, no chance to win a Super Bowl. What is happening today with the crying emojis? He
seems kind of tired about you and the Shanahan call. I mean, it is,
No, he was talking about Lamar because I said I don't think he has a chance. Anything you guys could elaborate there?
I mean, again, I don't know. I think that's not as bad as saying Shanahan should be a can because I don't know. I mean, Lamar again has given more of the opportunity, and it's I think that the sense of responsibility falls a little bit more too on the players than so the quarterback. I mean, it's the players that are still playing the game, and it's Lamar's mistakes that certainly stand out. And I mean, that's the reason why he hasn't won one. So, I mean, to say he has no chance, I wouldn't say it's not zero, but I mean, for him to get to the Super Bowl and beat another quarterback, I mean, even if he's playing Josh Allen, and I mean, yeah, man, I don't know.
What do you think, Delmec?
I mean, I don't think Lamar will get it done. There's too many playoff issues so far, and I just don't see how he's going to change it. Because at this point, what do you even do to change these issues? And I don't think he's going to be able to do it himself. He would need a super team around him. He won't these teams that he has with him. He's not good enough to do it by if you put him in Patrick Mahomes' situation, he's not getting it done. He needs a team maybe not the Niners because he's still really good, but he needs a team like that, a very good, well-rounded, pieces around him kind of team.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, Zay Flowers is great, but I mean,
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
What receivers did he have around him? I guess you could say that. I mean, honestly, if he had great receivers around him, you think he would be?
No. I was just gonna say, I don't think it has anything to do with him in the playoffs either. I think it's more just him as a passer. I just until he grows as a passer and can sit in the pocket, throw 30 to 35 times and not need a big play with his legs, I don't see how he's going to take the next step.
I mean, it's tough.
It doesn't matter who he's throwing to.
I mean, you want to boil that game down to one play. I mean, Zay Flowers fumble in the end zone. That's terrible. That kind of costed them the game.
Changed completely.
Right.
It changed the trajectory. Then he's forcing passes downfield. He threw into triple coverage in the end zone, interception. I mean, I don't know, man. If Zay Flowers scores that, or if any other receivers there scores a touchdown, it's.
Yeah, but I just think, what about the rest of the game? You know what I mean? When he's not consistently finding his receivers, and that was a game where they dialed back the run full on with the pass, and it didn't work.
This is a game.
That's my thing. It's until he can do that, until we see evidence of him making a fourth quarter comeback with his arm, my stance isn't going to change there.
All right.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see, what the Ravens, do with that team. And, the defense was loaded. And, I think they still feel they had one of the more talented rosters in the league. So to not get it done, that's disappointing for sure. But let's go now to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots, top shelf, he scores! Captain with the overtime winner. a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping, ring made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! David Pasternak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
Sebastian Jaguar.
All right. So one thing I want to start with, and Corey did text me this last night.
The Islanders.
I didn't get a chance.
They blew it last night, dude.
That's not what I was talking about, Tony, but nice. No, I'm just kidding. But he had mentioned to me, I guess the Canucks are interested in Phil Kessel, and they've agreed to have a workout. So he could be joining the Canucks.
He
so
probably needs that workout.
Corey was on it first, so I appreciate him, letting me know that bit of news. And my first thought was you're going to be jacked up, and you're going to think, that's a great move for Vancouver. A little bit of a younger team getting a veteran like Kessel, who's been there before. You would be in favor of.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. It's interesting how Kessel could fit in their type of play. Again, I mean, the guy has not played a lot of hockey in the past, year and a half, 2 years. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, invite him to work out. That's awesome. Like you said, I mean, the guy's a veteran player. He's played with some of the best players in the NHL that are still playing now too. So, I mean, you got to try a little bit of everything, right? I don't know why. I mean, the Canucks, are they worried?
I think it's just, they haven't they haven't really been great recent years. So to have a chance this year, I think they're just thinking about everything. How can we improve this team? How can we give ourselves the best chance to go to a Stanley Cup?
Yeah, no, I mean, I do appreciate, that effort is there. It's good. They're looking at any possible, angle to bolster their roster. Like you said, they haven't been good in a while, and here they are kind of striking while the iron is hot.
Yeah, there you go. As always, Tony, I'm going to need your assistance. We had a lot of games last night, which we'll get to, but if you could just help me with the picks here.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I am ready here. Yes.
All right. Bruins in the under.
Picks. So this is for you, I assume, right? Okay. So it's just one.
Sabres in the under.
That's
one. Blue Jacks in the over.
0. Wait, sorry. You say Blue Jackets?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Scroll down a little bit. Blue Jackets and the over. That's just one.
So that's 3, right?
Yeah.
And then the Maple Leafs in the under.
Hold on, scroll back up a little bit. Oh man, you're out of sorts here. Scroll back down.
Sorry, no, it's right there.
Oh, Maple Leafs in the under. Oh, sorry, yeah. So that's just 1.
No, that's 2.
2. Sorry, 5.
She's trying to teach me, huh? Ducks in the under,
it, dude.
That's 6.
1, yeah.
Avalanche in the over.
2.
So
8.
That's 8. Islanders in the under. That's
1. 9.
Predators in the over.
1. That's 10.
Stars in the over.
Oh, actually, what was the over under on that game? Check it because there's 6.5.
Definitely.
All right, so yeah, it probably was. So it's just 1.
And then the Predators in the over. No, that was the game we just said.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the Stars in the over.
That's 2, so 11, right?
The Canucks in the under.
13. I want to say that's
under
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Oilers in the under is just 1. So what's that, 13?
Yes. Well, it was tough. A lot of these were at 6, so it's not obvious if it's over under. I don't have the over under in front of me, Brian. You're the man with the unorganized doc over there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right, dude. Yeah.
I guess you didn't have a good pick night. Let's see.
Bruins
in the over.
We gotta scroll back here, run it back again. Yeah. Bruins in the what?
Over.
0.
Kings in the under.
0.
Blues in the over.
0.
Ducks in the under.
1.
Senators in the over.
That's 2, 3.
Avalanche in the over.
2, it's 5.
Islanders in the under.
1, that's 6.
Devils in the under.
We said 6.5, right? So yeah, 2, that's 8.
Stars in the under.
2 more, that's 10.
Canucks in the under.
2 more, that's 12.
And then Red Wings in the under.
0.
So I picked up 1 on you.
Yeah.
So what is the score right now? Who's leading who?
So Tony's up 150 to 131.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got till like 10 days from now, I think is the first
10 days from
game.
now. A lot of games.
Yeah. So we'll mark Tony there for 150. And yeah, I watched all of this, all of the game between the Lightning and the Bruins. Couldn't believe it. And like we've talked about, Tony, I mean, they've lost games like this. I think this was their 10th overtime loss, which is definitely tough. They lose in a shootout here. So I mean, here we go again with them. I mean, it just, when you keep piling up the overtime losses, does it give you pause, or do you think, well, I mean, overtime will be different in the playoffs. There's no shootouts, not much to worry about. I mean, what do you think about this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess it is not much to worry about for the Bruins, if you ask me. I mean, you look at, I guess, they were scoreless in 2 periods. You kind of want to look at your offense, holding the Lightning to only 2 goals in regulation. I mean, you can't really blame your defense or your goaltending there. I mean, a team like Tampa Bay that has some older gents on defense, Vasilevsky, who's been kind of struggling, you would imagine the Bruins would be able to score some more. But I mean, hey, a shootout loss to the Lightning, who have some of the best players in the league on their team. I don't think there's anything to really wave the white flag at or anything. So,
but if you're the Kings, I mean, are you waving the white flag, getting blank 7-0 to the Sabres?
I mean, yeah, that's pretty
piss poor.
Pretty piss poor, yeah. I would say so. I mean, obviously we know about Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, their goaltender for the Sabres, has showed a lot of his talents this season. Gets a shutout here. I want to say it's his 2nd of the season, but getting scored 7 from a team like Buffalo. I mean, yeah, there obviously was something bad was going on there, giving up 3 in the first and then 2 in the second, 2 in the third. I mean, the Sabres were just absolutely piling it on. And it wasn't even, it was from all over on the ice, different types of guys too. So it just seemed like the Kings just did not show up to play in Buffalo. I don't know if they just thought it was going to be a rollover game, but you definitely want to look inside yourself.
I just couldn't believe, moving along here, the Leafs beat the Blues 4-1. But Bobby McMahon, we don't talk all the time about the Josh B proverbial hat trick.
2 hat tricks last night.
Never heard of this guy.
Never.
Is he a 3rd-line center?
I don't know. Let me see.
First NHL hat trick.
Yeah, right click, and he is a center. 27 years old. I would imagine
is a center, right?
Yeah, Tavares is, and so is Austin Matthews is a center, I believe, as well. So
yeah,
he may in fact be the 3rd, potentially 4th line center. Bobby McMahon. Good for him. You said first career hat trick.
Yeah. Wait, who else had the hat trick?
I think someone on Dallas, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
There was definitely 2 hat tricks last night. I remember seeing that. But yeah, I mean, you look at this guy this month alone. He's had, I guess, 3 goals, which for him is a little bit more so than usual. The young buck, good job for him, dude. Kind of surprised at the outcome of this game, to be honest. I understand 3 goals came from one guy, but still, the Blues, you would have expected to put up a better fight.
But you don't think that the Maple Leafs are marginally better than the Blues?
No, yeah, I was on paper. I mean, they have better talent and stuff like that. But I mean, look at these 2 teams. Look at their records. I mean, the Maple Leafs have struggled,
at
times, yes. And the Blues have shown that they can beat teams that are like above their echelon, I suppose. But you never know. I mean, the Blues have, I think, a couple of free agents or a couple of guys that are looking to be moved. I don't know if the Blues, maybe the Blues are looking like trade line, like dump, rebuild, maybe. I don't know what they're thinking.
What do you think about the Canadiens? They don't go Montembeault, they go Premier's, and they still get the shot 5-0 against the Ducks.
Yeah.
St. Louis. I mean, Suzuki 2 goals and assists.
I mean, I guess we're just I don't know, dude. I mean,
you think they're still mediocre, obviously, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, they are. And I think, the Ducks are another team, too. I mean, Frankie Vetrano, Adam Henrique being 2 guys looking to be acquired at this trade deadline, which is coming up in
down to the studs.
Less than a month. So they're probably like, I don't know. I mean, maybe you're just thinking like, let's look for some trades and rebuild and not do anything crazy. Yeah, still got it. Still got it, too.
But yeah, I mean, that's got to be what's better for the health of their team. In the Canadiens, yeah, I mean, you would think, Marty's building a program, but I think they got to finish on a positive note. Otherwise, I mean, if they tank like last month or 2, like he's probably gone.
I know. I mean, like Suzuki is good. Caulfield is good. Again, you may have found something good with Montembeault, but you got to start. Like,
what about Premier's? I mean, the shutout was pretty good, no?
That is good, dude. I don't know much about him. But let's see. Montreal here. Premier's, little French Canadiens, dude. He is from New Jersey, this guy. Voorhees, New Jersey, 24-year-old. Has actually had a couple seasons here with Montreal. Never a starter, never really having a full backup season either. So I guess again, you have another young guy to back up Mountain View. That's good, I guess.
Oh, by the way, the hat trick you were looking for, Brady Tkachuk for the Senators.
The Senators
6-3 over the Blue Jackets.
That's right.
Senators are an interesting spot because it doesn't seem like anything's happening this year. There is talent. They have Claude Giroux. Do they try to trade him? I mean, what are the Senators going to do?
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough, dude. I mean, they do have a lot of talent on the team. I thought they were going to be better than way better than when we did the preseason predictions and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think maybe culture. Kachuk was tight. Stutzel was tight the first few months of the season, calling out the fans for leaving during games. A coaching change as well they had. So I think maybe it was more so culture than anything in that locker room. I mean, you're coming out of Ottawa, and again, I think people kind of had them being better, and there was some pressure on this team for the first time in forever, and they just absolutely crumbled. So I don't know. They have a new coach. I don't know if they're going to stick with him. We'll see. But maybe bringing in, I mean, again, like you have Giroux. Giroux has been in the league forever. On a Flyers team too that was competitive, way back when. So you would imagine that type of veteran talent would help bring that locker room together. Maybe you want to bring in a different veteran, another veteran, a wily veteran.
Yeah.
To try and help some of that young talent and get that locker room like in sorts. Because I mean, they were in shambles, dude, like in the first couple of months of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was a dumpster fire over there.
Yeah, no, they've put together some good performances recently.
Because they have talent.
Yeah. Another 6-3 final. We saw the Avs break that 4-game losing streak. 6-3 in Washington after blowing a 2-0 lead. Luukkonen had 2 goals and 2 assists for Colorado. Also, they got a goal and assist out of Colton. So I think it was just important for the Avs. We know they're a lot better than Washington, but just to get off that losing streak. And I think, it's going to be a pretty smooth transition into playing hockey down the stretch here for Colorado, the way that they did, most of the season leading up to this losing streak.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we've seen it around the league. The best teams go on losing skids. And I mean, we called it yesterday. We said it like it was. There's no way the Caps are going to be beaten. The Avs here, they just have too much firepower. And then that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of wins that are going over, like 6-3, 7-4, 6-2 games. Because that's what the Avs do. That's how they won the cup. They won the cup by scoring a ton and having good goaltending with good defense. So yeah, I think they're going to be running it back now with some winning streaks here.
The Islanders get good goaltending, good defense, but no offense, losing 2-1 at home to Seattle in a shootout. Sorokin 28-29 in net. So since Waz taken over, they haven't taken that next step just yet. We were kind of talking about this yesterday, but you think it just in terms of until we start seeing better results, you got to just give them more time to get acclimated, or do you think that it's just going to kind of be like this the rest of the year in terms of like the back and forth?
I mean, I think it's going to be like this the rest of the year, the back and forth. I mean, your guys just didn't score. You had more than enough opportunities too. I think you had some 4-on-4 play in the third period. I think you even had a little bit of a power play opportunity in overtime as well. But then the shootout came and you didn't score at all. Like the guys had opportunities to keep the game going, keep the Islanders in it, potentially even win this game. At UBS last night. I don't know. I think it's more so of those players. I mean, when called upon, Barzal like flubbed it. Horvat flubbed it. I mean, your guys just aren't scoring when they get chances. So I don't think it's so much like, why this, why that. I think it's going to be a lot more about him holding players accountable and maybe even making some changes there. Because, I mean, those guys just aren't performing.
The Devils 4-2 over Nashville. Dawes wins a second straight start here, 30 of 32. You had Hughes and Timo Meier with goals and assists. Nico Hischier also with 2 goals for New Jersey. So a big road win for them. And who knows, maybe Dawes is the answer in net. We've talked about their goaltending a lot, but it seems like he's outperformed the other two, pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it. Nico Dawes. I think we saw a little bit of him in the postseason last year with the whole goaltending stid. But Dawes is this guy who seems to be hungrier in between the pipes. And we talked about it. If the Devils stay healthy, Jack Hughes obviously being the one who's most recently been coming back from injury, and he's already adding to that stat sheet there. They find some good goaltending and Nico Dawes. I mean, they could be a very dangerous team down the stretch, Brian. It was a pretty good win for them. Predators. We talked about yesterday. I mean, they're not a team that can be rolled over easily.
Right.
So
you never know what you're gonna get there. Yeah. The Stars got some good goaltending as they have all year from Oettinger yesterday. 4-2 over the Carolina Hurricanes. It was a tie game going to third, but 2 goals there for Dallas getting the job done. Robertson had a goal and an assist as well. Can the Stars beat the Avalanche in a Western Conference Final tournament?
Yeah, I guess so. I would say yes.
Tough task. Could be a 7-game series.
I would say is a 7-game series, and what it would boil down to is that Ottinger's a better goaltender
than
Georgiev, at least this season anyway. So obviously we'll see how it goes, because you think of Dallas Stars last season in the postseason. Jason Robertson, Roop Hintz. I mean, these guys just didn't show up. They weren't scoring at all. So if they have that scoring, then they can definitely do it. And you would imagine it's year 2. They get another chance. I mean, those guys aren't going to be more like deer in headlights. Robertson was a rookie last year, so I think so was Hintz too. Maybe he was the second year in the league. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I think so. Great win by Dallas too, because I think Carolina was pretty hot coming into this game. I could be wrong.
The Canucks, speaking of hot, most points in the league here, 4-2 over the Blackhawks in Chicago. 2 goals from Garland. 36, 12, and 6, including an outstanding 18 and 8 and 4 away from Vancouver. We talk about teams, advancing far in the playoffs, and your boy Kessel on the way. Thatcher's done a good job. I mean, you would think the players have to be feeling pretty good in Vancouver these days.
Yeah, I really would be too. I mean, adding Phil Kessel to the lineup would be very, very interesting. Look up Phil Kessel to him, actually, so you get a visual of what this guy looks like.
How many beer chugging contests has he won?
God, dude, too many, dude. Yeah, dude, he's been around the league for a while. He's played on Arizona, Vegas. He's played for the Penguins.
Coyotes. Was the Coyotes last year?
The Coyotes, I think, was 2 years ago.
But he was on the Cup team last year for Vegas.
He didn't play at all.
With Vegas?
Yeah, he was on the Cup team with Vegas. I think he played like 1 postseason game.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then there he is, dude. And dude, it's hilarious, but like, I mean, he's got sweet dangles. Like, he's good. And he's like, dude, packing lips in the locker room. Like, it's freaking hilarious, this guy. Yeah. Most unathletic looking guy, and he's really good at hockey. So, and he's been around for a long time too. The longevity of this guy's career, the amount of times he's like stayed healthy, I guess. And if Vancouver gets him, I mean, you could see him getting maybe even another cup, dude. Kind of hot dog in his hand. So yeah, the Canucks are looking pretty good, dude.
Is Edmonton looking pretty good? 8-4 over the Red Wings. I know this for you being the big Dylan Larkin fan that you are.
I know, it's tough,
this one hurt. And how about not only did Nugent Hopkins have 2 goals here, but how about Connor McDavid? No goals, but 6 assists, Tony. I have not seen that since I started watching hockey. 6.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, great game for them, great game for McDavid, but I'm just saying, like, the reason why they lose is because they give up a lot of goals, and I mean, they gave up 4 to
Stewart's been outstanding all year. He didn't play well yesterday.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, I mean, it's got to be something you want to look into a little bit. There's a couple goaltenders that are available at the trade deadline.
Who?
I mean, I have to look again, but I know for a fact there's 3 that could
you can give me one. I'm just curious.
Yeah, some dude from San Jose.
Some dude from
if
San
you go to
Jose,
that tab
not
I had
Mackenzie
open.
Blackwood. He's
No, it wasn't. But go to the bottom. Oh, here we go. We got Jacob Markstrom, actually. Bang.
You really think they're going to trade him? Because they've been hovering around 500. They have a chance at the playoffs.
Calgary, I don't know. It depends. I mean,
Jake Allen
from
Montembeault.
Montreal. Fucking, he sucks. I wouldn't get him. Marc-Andre Fleury, dude.
Who's the best one available,
dude.
though, in your eyes?
I would say, in terms of like who's best right now, I would probably put my money on Marc-Andre Fleury. If I'm the Oilers, I pursue him heavily. He's won a couple 4. He's been around the league for a while, and in the postseason, you've seen him go on some crazy runs, dude. So that's who I would look into.
If they get him, are they making the Stanley Cup Finals?
If he performs, yeah, it's very possible.
You think he's just gonna come right in, grab that job away from Skinner?
Yeah, dude, he did it in Vegas.
He's gonna do it again.
Yeah, he could.
You know what I wanted to hear you say though?
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's the Oilers. McDavid's good, Draisaitl, but they're not gonna just like keep winning Stanley Cups. That's how it works.
I mean, they haven't won one at all yet, so.
No, but it just seems like it was something you would say. Though.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, Tony, I thought you'd get more of a kick out of it than that, no?
Is that to me or Domac?
Oh, man. So, yeah, it was obviously a packed slate last night.
Mm-hmm.
Rangers off another night.
I know, kind of crazy.
But, they got the outdoor game coming up.
Tomorrow,
keep those legs fresh. Montreal.
Yeah, let's go. We're playing tomorrow. Big night tomorrow night. So.
You still think we're going to see Igor in there?
Yeah, dude, I think it'd be really stupid if we didn't.
Yeah.
I'm honestly almost tight that we're off today.
Yeah. No, I know. I just think though he's not going to start the next 2. So it's like, do you want Quick in the outdoor game? I'm almost thinking they want Quick in the outdoor game. Maybe. You really think it's going to be Igor both? Because you don't usually see that would be what 4 starts in a row. Usually they do 3 in the switch, right? Typically,
yeah.
I mean, sometimes they'll do 4, but 4 would be the absolute most.
Yeah,
So kind of gonna be interesting. Still no rumblings about trade acquisitions. Ryan Mead, any of the Ranger head honchos?
I mean, third line center replace Hedl, and then another winger is what they seem to be interested in. Again, I had the the list of like free agents of players that are going to be up for free agency in the next 1 or 2 years.
Come back or no?
No. I mean, obviously, they have Adam Henrique is in terms of the top 3 players that are being wanted. But then you also had a lot of former Rangers, Pavel Buchnevich from the Blues. I think would be interesting to pick up on. He's a winger. He can play both left wing and right wing, and then you have Frankie Vetrano as well, who's available from the Ducks. Who, I mean, he's been great. And because now he was on the long-term IL, Drury's got about $5 million in cap space to work with, which is like a pretty significant amount of money. He can really kind of have his pick of the litter, in terms of these guys, because at most they're making probably $5 or $6 million,
and they can retain some.
Yeah. So I mean, you have a spot here to kind of get 2 players even.
Vetrano or Henrique, if you had to pick.
That's so tough. I would probably go with. I want to go. I guess Henrique. I think gives you the best shot. He's more of a veteran player, third line, gritty guy, and he's having it's like, he's older. He's 33. He's having a resurgent season as of his past few seasons. So I mean, if you put him in a winning team in the playoffs, I mean, he's going to play even harder probably. So I think I would go Henrique.
Would you give up the first?
What?
First rounder?
No.
What are you giving up? Like a second rounder?
Yeah, second and a third even.
Okay. So I mean, you still got to,
Oh yeah. I mean,
he's going to be sought after.
Exactly. He's going to be sought after by other teams. You talk to Riley Souza. He wants the Bruins to get him.
Yeah. So let's wrestle him away from Boston.
Yeah, exactly, dude. They're not getting him. No freaking shot, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and again, like he's going to put you in a position to win the cup now, which is what you're looking to do. I mean, this is it. Like this is our year. I don't want to hear about Edmonton coming out of the West. All right, Brian.
But why can't they come out of the West and then let's beat them?
Fine, that's fine. But I don't want to. No, I don't care, dude. It doesn't even matter.
Well, let's worry about the East first, Tony. Okay. So small slate tonight,
very short slate,
but we still have enough to do a hockey frenzy.
Let's go, baby! It is hump day around the NHL. Only 3 games, like Brian said. Oh, it is Valentine's Day. It's a night of love here in the National Hockey League.
It took you too long to get that one. That was a Tony joke.
No, I think you're searching for it, dude.
No.
Anyway, here, first game up on the docket, 7:30 p.m. We're going to be in Winnipeg here as the Jets take on the Sharks. And what do you know it here? It is the Jets who are heavy home favorites at -450, over under at 5.5, which is a little surprising. I mean, it's the Sharks, Brian. Are you going to take them? This is your team.
Yeah, looking at this, Tony, as tempted as I am to take the Sharks, this is one of those situations where, all right, yes, it would be nice to see the Sharks win. They're going to get blown out. You just know it. So I'm going to say this is going to go under, but the Jets win 5-0.
The Jets win 5-0. Interesting. I say it hits the over, and the Jets win 5-1, dude.
Okay.
Next game up, it's 7:30 still here. We're going to be in Pittsburgh. Speaking of Phil Kessel here, the Penguins are taking on the Panthers. The battle of the Peas here, Brian. The Florida here, -130 on the road. Obviously, you know about the Panthers. What?
No, keep going. Just keep going.
I will keep going. Over under here is at 5.5, excuse me. 5.5, yes, that is correct. You think the Penguins, the veterans here, the kid, can maybe be a little underdog here?
Yeah, this is tough. I like
know, it is
looking
tough, dude.
for different things here. Honestly, at first glance, I was going to go with Pittsburgh, but I do think the Panthers have played a lot better. Reinhart has really taken them to the next level. Then you factor in Kachuk and what Brovowski has done in net. So I'm going to say give me the over, but give me the Panthers here 4-2 in Pittsburgh.
This is the last time these two teams will be facing each other in the regular season, it seems. So far, this will be the third time they play them, and the Panthers have won the first 2 times. I say they don't get the sweep. Give me the Penguins here in the upset. Anytime the Penguins, too, are plus money, I mean, I think maybe worth to put a couple shekels up there. Give me Sidney Crosby with a hat trick, first of the season. Pittsburgh goes on to win this game 3-2 in regulation. So that's Penguins and the under, Brian. Okay? Next up, speaking of Phil Kessel, yet again, Arizona Coyotes taking on the Minnesota Wild at 9:30 p.m. Arizona. We're going to be in Arizona because I know Brian loves their home record there for the Coyotes. Over-under is set at 5.5. Look at both of these teams. Coyotes have actually faced the Wild once before this season. Early January, they shut them out 6-0. Food for thought. What do you think's happening here tonight, Brian?
Yeah, Coyotes at home. You already know. Vishmelka started last time outside. Imagine this is a Connor Ingram spot. Keller, the game winner, the under, 2-1 Coyotes in overtime.
No, I don't think so. Too young. No, I don't think so. Give me the Minnesota. Why not? They're a little hot right now. 3-game winning streak. Just beat Vegas a couple nights ago. Coyotes, I know, as I mentioned, beat the Wild 6-0 the first time around here they met. But I don't think it's happened again. Give me the Wild. Fleury looking to get traded and moved, putting on his best performance. The shutout. Minnesota wins 3-0.
And that is
right there, dude.
The hockey frenzy.
Your Valentine's hump day.
A couple more comments here. Josh B was robbed for the Chell frenzy.
As always.
Yep. And then
Kev
Du was saying we want the smoke. And No Handle Randall said Tatum is the best player in the NBA.
Stop it. That's a burner.
Give me Giannis. Give me Embiid.
Definitely.
Give me LeBron. Give me Durant. Just to name a couple.
LeBron right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A one gamer, the numbers are crazy too. I mean, the fact that he's still doing what he's doing at 39 is just absolute insanity.
Definitely, yeah.
What are you going to be doing at 39, you think?
I'm going to be talking about how the Yankees have won 4 titles the last 5 years.
Wow. So so you think between 35 and 39, they're going to win 4 titles?
Yeah, not to mention the one they're going to win this year. So.
Right, but that'll be a
record, right? Yeah, that's a record, okay?
By the time I'm 39, I'm going to talk about how the Yankees have won the last 10 years in a row.
Oh, my God. Speaking of Yankees, speaking of baseball,
Are you burning
Mets
something?
reported.
No, but it's
Probably Renee is probably burning something.
Burning something.
But Mets reported yesterday. Any notes, storylines coming out of camp? Any John Heyman tweets, Stoney? I mean, give me something.
Diaz, I heard, is feeling healthy and looking good.
Okay,
that's what I hear from camp, dude. Which I guess makes me happy. But
yeah, and then just Alonso after the season, sweat it out type of deal.
yeah. I mean, there's other than what Stern said a few days ago. I mean, we got really nothing.
I saw some small news here for the Yankees, and they, officially report today. Other guys have been there for a while. But they are bringing back Lou Trevino. I think it was a minor league deal. So they had non-tendered him this fall. So they bring him back, and then they also claimed somebody off way. Let's see. So no, that's not top. Jordan Groshans. So he was a former first-round pick. And I guess he was the Blue Jays first-round pick, 12th overall pick, 2018 draft. Has underperformed in the minor leagues, so they take a stab at him. Does play third base, so interesting there. And then they designated Matt Crook for assignment.
How do you feel about that?
I can't. Are we going to be good to exit right now? I'm really getting a strong whiff of whatever's burning.
Oh, you're worried?
Not worried, but is that the heat? Is that Renee?
It smells kind of cinnamon raisin like, right?
Okay.
Doesn't it smell
Michael,
sweet to you? Do you want me to go check it out?
Nah,
Are you that worried, dude?
I mean, I guess we'd be hearing alarms.
Brian's ready to get out of the building right now. You're gonna see him just like this in the next shot.
In Domek, we were talking about this yesterday. With there's still 5 top free agents available. Any you think they're going to sign soon? Are they waiting for an injury on a team? Are the Yankees in play for any of them? Any thoughts on Snell and Montgomery, Chapman, Bellinger?
I don't think I've ever seen the Yankees do this before, so I don't expect them to do anything now. But I mean, maybe if their price drops because no one's picked them up to a point where the Yankees could sign them, I think maybe they might do something like that. But I don't know. I feel like now they're all coming back. I think knowing the Yankees, they're going to sit on what they have. Unless, again, the price would have to drop significantly.
Yeah.
Maybe even cheaper than what we offered Snell.
That's who I was kind of thinking about. What if it's an incentive lative, either a 1-year pack or a 3-year deal with opt-outs, a 5-year deal with opt-outs. But do you think that, to get to that point, besides the price, they're probably going to just wait to see, too, how the guys look in camp. And if everybody's looking good,
definitely.
then they're not really going to put any effort into that.
Yeah, definitely. If everyone looks good, I don't know, maybe over the next week or so, or if everyone looks great, I mean, I don't see why you would. Why would you go out of your way now at this point to even I mean, I guess Blake Snell is phenomenal and he's had very good seasons here and there, but if everyone looks good and you're feeling good, I just say you run with it. Just run with what you got.
Yeah. No, I agree. I feel pretty good, just about the team in general. And, we got Kev Dude chirping here, sounding like a Mets fan. Brian, you talk about the Yankees so much, you might be jinxing them. And I would say, Kev, worry about the 69-win Met team from this year and what you're going to do in the post-Pete Alonso era. They said no extension, probably done. So it'll just be him going to free agency unless, they trade him. And I've talked about this. I just don't see how you don't just maximize the value, trade him. If that's, if you're not going to resign him, and it just seems like Stearns, the budget's going to be tight, and Boris being his agent, he's going to want a big contract. So I just think this is an opportunity for the Mets. We saw them get a couple top prospects last year.
Oh, wow.
With their trade. So why not do it again? Is there some news, Tony?
No, but I'm looking at Jet Williams right now. He's looking pretty freaking yoked, dude.
Now, shortstop? Is he a shortstop?
Yeah, I think he is shortstop.
Okay, and what? I know he was on with somebody last year. I forgot what radio show.
I thought it was Rick and Dave.
It might. Oh, it was Rick and Dave. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the deal? He was in Double-A last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so
let's see with some stats. Oh wait, no, we're in Single A here. Let's see. So 261 at bats. He had 6 home runs, 35 RBIs. Batting average of 249, slugging 410. So
Meet the Mets.
32 stolen bags, though. That's pretty solid. I mean, he's got some work to do. Obviously, got yoked in the offseason. So let's see what this year looks like. He's 20 years old. Let's take it easy, and he can play center field.
Any like videos of Alvarez hitting like 10 homers in a row and batting?
Alvarez? No, I didn't see anything on Alvarez. I saw a lot of Kadai Senga working off. I think that's his pickoff game. Vientos, excited to be the full-time DH. Joey Wendell getting some reps at third base.
Adrian Hauser getting a garbage can nearby.
Better watch out, dude.
Mendoza practicing his communication skills with the team.
Yeah, well, he gets it so well from Boone, I'm sure. So should be good.
Oh man, it's gonna be a fun season. That is for sure.
I am honestly like really stoked to the opening day game.
Yeah,
like I'm
unbelievable.
Saving up right now. Like, I'm putting money aside. This is no fucking joke.
Yeah, like all out.
Yeah,
probably a 20 beer day both days.
Easily, dude. 20 beer afternoon.
That's before we get to Billy's.
Yes, dude. Oh my God. God forbid. I gotta make sure I wear my Met stuff for the end game too. I forgot. Gotta wear my Met stuff.
At least he's learned, though, right?
Yeah,
like he'll never make that mistake.
I can't. I gotta sit there quietly and don't look like I'm having a good time. I want to look sad.
No, but we
did
say though, if you do wager on them, then it's okay.
Yes.
Right. I can put money on them.
Yes.
But I just can't be happy and root for them.
Josh B though does say not bettering the mortgage. So I know he was just talking about Yankees win the World Series, but listen, nobody's bettering Josh. Okay, we feel pretty good. Well, how do you feel, Domac? I mean, you feel pretty good heading into the season. I feel very optimistic, and I feel like we've improved the team a lot since the last game of the season last year.
I think we're gonna come in here
very good.
I think we're gonna fuck shit up, and I think we're gonna be really good.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
Watch your mouth.
Well, do you think we're gonna see as like that goes on? Yankees got to a hot start. Like Tony, day by day, will get a little more tight each day when we see.
I think come by
tight.
I think there's two ways. I think there's two ways that plays out. Either he's tight by like May because the team is completely falling apart, or Pete Alonso has like a prove it year and he's going off, so it keeps him along for like most of the season. And then as the end of the year happens and the crumble starts to happen, then that's when the whole getting tight, pissed off. You know, Mets suck, Yankees suck. Even though I'm a Mets fan, I'm just pissed. Everything sucks. Everything is just terrible.
I mean,
the Braves
it's tough.
suck. Everyone
it's tough
sucks.
for me not to see. Let's say Mets will be nice here and say they go 500 first month of this season. Yankees best record in the majors, like 22-6. Like I think you're gonna start getting pretty tight. And then Soto all over the radio every day. 10 home runs in April. I mean, I think there will be animosity. No.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, if you want to keep talking about it like that, then sure.
I was just thinking about one other thing here because I asked so many people this, but I don't think I've asked you, Domac. A lot of discussion over the years, me and Tony have talked about like jinxes and stuff. Do you believe in any of that? Superstitions, like with games and stuff?
The only thing I believe in is the NBA free throw. Like, don't say he's made 15 in a row and then it doesn't go in. But other superstitions, I don't really know. I think it kind of.
How about like field goal kickers? Because I feel like every time, oh wow, this guy's 100% this season from 35 out, and here he is with a 37-yard field goal, and then absolutely chunks it.
That's too. Those scenarios where it comes down to like, oh, they've done this many in a row or something like that. Those ones never.
And it's
work
like
out.
Every time, dude. It's almost like surefire.
But even with that, isn't it just kind of like a chance thing? Because like no one's gonna make every free throw, every kick. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not before the kick. What is the kicker have an earpiece of the broadcast hearing this? And then, I'm more nervous now. I'm going to miss it.
But yeah, I mean, there's definitely, I mean, I could be wrong, but if we look it up, there's someone definitely had to make a stat on what the field goal and what the free throw percentages are when they announce like their record from whatever length they're at, because it definitely feels like it's been way lower than like their odds of making it definitely go down. Like I'm telling you, there's definitely some sort of correlation. I don't know what it is or why it happens.
But isn't it as simple? Like I said, for instance, he's made 50 free throws in a row. It's like, well, I mean, he's due to miss one. Isn't that the overwhelming thing here? Yeah,
but like, what are the odds that like majority of the time that they announce it that they end up missing it? Like I feel like why didn't he miss the one right before that when no one said anything?
But I think usually when it gets to like a high enough point, they do say something every time. And like, I think it just happened with the Chiefs too. They were saying how like Bucker's made all the big kicks in the postseason. They're like, oh, Maybe I shouldn't have said that. And then just drills it right through. No problem.
I mean, at the end of the day, when you really look at it, it definitely doesn't like do anything. But I mean, personally, for me, I feel like, especially with the free throws, you don't say anything about them. Like, let them shoot the free throws and say it afterwards.
And listen, I get how this situation can be frustrating, but like a lot of people think, for instance, let's say, we're watching the Yankee game. Somebody walks in. Oh, the Yankees are up 8-0 in the second inning. Oh, they definitely won this game. And then they end up blowing it later in the game. Like, people will go back to that and say, oh, well, that happened because that's so insane.
I don't believe that because that's how I feel. Yeah. It's like the second inning, we're up 8-0. I'll be like, oh, we won. So I won't watch it anymore.
But like that's like the number one rule in all of sports, though. Like it's not over until it's actually over. Like, how could you say
8-0
second inning 8-0? Yeah, but then they blow it.
I mean, yeah.
So it's like you're an asshole. You are an asshole if you say that. Oh wow, they got this in the bag, bro. 8-0. I'll turn this TV off. Second inning, I don't care. Like, you're an asshole. Like,
no, I'm just a confident Yankee fan. Not an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what an asshole is.
Still, though, that has nothing to do with them down the road blowing it.
No, it doesn't. But you still shouldn't say it, though. You should not say it because it's not over until it's over. Okay,
like us saying the game is over has nothing to do with
you're not comfortable. Like, let's say the Mets have a big lead. Like, you won't say anything like, "Wow, well, this one's in the bag." Like, you won't say it ever.
No, because that's
you get real tight. Let's say Michael said it. He's sitting next to you. You're pissed at him.
Michael probably would never say that, but
if he did, hypothetically,
I wouldn't get angry at him. But I'd be like, dude, I don't like it's the whole. We have the whole game here, Michael.
The full 27.
All right, it's the full 27. All right, this isn't. Oh wow, second inning. Let's pack it up.
Oh man, I'm excited for baseball season. I have to say,
Jesus, we've been in camp for one day.
Nothing like it though.
Yeah,
honestly.
I know, dude. It's sick. Actually, watching like videos on Twitter of them just like taking some BP and stuff. Like, looks so nice down there.
Yeah,
looks like they're having a great time. Fucking baseball camp.
Down in Florida.
Yanni with a comment here says, "Confident Yankee fans are assholes." Now, sheesh. So a little shot at Tony there.
Well, no, not necessarily. It's the other way around. It's all not every confident Yankee fan's an asshole, but all assholes are confident Yankee fans. That's what it is.
Oh
Lonnie.
my god!
Yes.
He can wear a jersey, but yes, they hate the fans. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah, because I'm good. I know I'm okay.
Come on. At the end of the day, what do I really do, Tony? I'm looking for a title. I'm excited for the season. What do you want me to do? And Yanni likes your button up.
Oh, what? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, flannel.
Again, Tony always getting the clothing comments.
Yeah,
never me. Maybe I don't have good style. I'll be the first.
I kind of like the quarter zip there.
I feel this. I haven't worn this in a while.
Yeah, it looks good on you.
Buried in my closet. Spider, good brand, Costco,
sick,
good value, Tony. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. Right?
No respect around here, Brian.
Yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable,
exactly. But yeah, so we're pumped up for that. We're pumped up for golf tomorrow.
Oh yeah, dude.
And then Sunday, unbelievable Islanders, Rangers. And it's funny too the way the Islanders have played. It doesn't seem like it's an even matchup, but I guarantee that game is going down to the last second. I really do. Don't you think?
Yes. No, I totally do too. Just because of the whole like circumstance of the stadium series, like it's going to be sick.
Yeah. Outdoor hockey, like, wow. Like
I can't
you never get enough
to watch it, dude. You really don't.
So yeah, that's gonna be great.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then also Yanni saying you look nice too, Double B. You think I coerced him into saying that?
Obviously, at this point, yes.
But yeah, so that's other than that, fellas, anything else you wanted to mention here on the way out?
I don't think so.
I mean, no. I mean, another day maybe we could talk about how Tatum definitely needs to be in the conversation for one of the best players in the league. I mean, he's definitely top 5.
I got Aaron Judge texting me about how you absolutely collapsed on Monday in golf.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about it.
We can talk about it. Okay. We're through 4 holes.
Yeah.
I'm even with this kid, Connor.
Okay.
We're jabbing back and forth because Connor's talking, I'm talking. I'm all for trash talking. All for it. Any sport, doesn't matter. Even if I've never played it before, I'll trash talk. So we're through 4. We're even. We're not even. We're +4, but we're like even in score. Like we got the same score. We go into the 5th hole. Somehow, some way, I put up an 8 on a par 4. Killer. Because he puts
out of bounds off the tee?
I'm trying to remember what I did. No, I chipped over the green right on the fringe and
Third
three
shots. Oh, okay.
So
Third
my
shot
fourth
over the
my
green.
fourth shot with the chip on the green. I fluffed the chip.
Okay.
So now I'm like 5 from across the green.
Mhm.
So it ends up being a 3-putt because I was on in like 4 or 5. Or
You're on in 5. Yes. Yeah, so
I
6,
so
7,
I
8.
3-putted. I get an 8. And I look over at Connor. He's waiting on his third shot and he's putting for par. So he pars this. Now I'm down 4.
Jesus.
And then the next 3 holes, I'm trying to chase. I'm not worried about, Aaron Such and everyone else I'm playing with. I'm just worried about Connor. So I'm chasing the next 3 holes. I mean, the hole right after, I think I bogeyed. But then the hole after that, I'm clubbing up, trying to I'm trying to gain some strokes back because I know I'm down forward. We're only playing 9, 3 holes left. You don't got a lot of time.
Right.
So I'm trying to club up. I put up a 7. And then after that, I was too far down. I was down 7 strokes or something like that. And then I blink. And then the next thing I know, Aaron Such ends up beating me. So after 9 holes, I'm in 3rd place, completely out of the race for first and second. It was a mental thing. I was learning that, my dad always tell me a lot of it's mental. And for me, it would never bother me.
Mhm.
But this scenario, the mental game really got to me. I'm sitting here thinking, I got to catch up, and it ended up blowing up in my face. If I just played my game, I would have been at least second or playing for first going into the last hole. But instead, last hole, I'm just playing for myself. I'm driving take 2 drives off the tee box just because I'm angry. One goes in the woods. The other goes in the woods. I drop. I put up a 9 on the last one.
Yeah. No. And it's funny too. It's always in the back of your mind. You
So
get off to a
tough,
hot
dude.
start on the course. The first thing you think of is you're a couple holes in, and you think, okay, just take it easy, no blowups, and it's always next hole, 8, 9.
Yeah.
How do you avoid that?
Yeah.
It's always something so stupid, so annoying,
especially when I felt like I was playing good, the first couple holes, I'm plus 4 through 4. I'm playing bogey golf,
golf, 90 golf, right?
So when that happens, it's just so stressful, and it's just all mental. So I just got to get used to the mental game. I just got to be able to mentally fight through this adversity, and then the score will get better. But
what would you say is the strength of your game?
Probably, I would say my short game, but my short game actually sold me when I was playing the other day. So honestly, my irons the other day were pretty nice. My drive I'm still working on. I mean, it's when I swing right, it looks fine, but then I just can't keep it going. I could do it 3 times in a row, and then 4th time, if I'm on a course with a hole right next to it, I'm on the other fairway. Hitting from the other fairway onto the other green. So I would say my irons, but I'm also learning a bunch of new stuff because towards the end of the season last season, I was trying to get some lessons and kind of figure out how to play.
Right.
But now that I have this new stroke and everything, I'm just trying to get used to it. And I feel recently I've been getting a lot more used to it. And I'm coming. I told both of them. I told Aaron, I told Connor, I was like, dude, this is the last time. The mentals are going to be out of there. I'm going to be locked in. We're going to be ready to go.
When you playing again?
I told them any day. To me, golf, I don't know what happened, but golf has lit a new fire. I mean, you used to be basketball, but dude, I love playing golf.
Yeah, no, literally.
I play golf every day.
I probably played 100 rounds last year.
I could literally play. If anyone asked me to play every day, if I have 2 hours out of the day to at least play 9, I could play every day.
Yeah.
Even though it's so stressful, every time I finish, I just want to the second I step off, I want to keep going.
Yeah.
It's like a drug.
It
really
is kind of crazy.
It is.
Plus the atmosphere, the culture of it too.
Yeah.
Go to the bar afterwards, get some food.
Yeah,
just
country club. Yeah,
bar.
Obviously, you
We're
start
talking
drinking.
bar. What's at a bar?
You're
Tony?
drinking on the course, and then you're drinking at the bar. Yes, dude. Drinking on the course gets always a little hairy for me though, because then at one point it's not about the golf anymore.
But it's crazy because you will
you're not.
occasionally have those times though where you are you're feeling pretty good and
Right.
you're actually playing well.
Um,
It doesn't happen all the time, but
There's
It's
that
that perfect
that
mix.
small window where
Yeah.
you're the perfect amount of not sober,
yeah.
and you're really focused and
Where
dialed
you're
in.
hyper focused.
But then there's the
yeah.
times you're with Jay on a bachelor party.
Yep.
It's the turn. You've already had 10.
Yeah. It's just just drop the ball, all right, dude. Doesn't matter.
Oh man, good stuff. But yeah, I'm so excited for golf this year. It's gonna be great, and it'll be here before we know it. Just need the snow to melt from yesterday. But we are around the corner. But would like to thank everybody today for tuning in, continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume. Merch, downtimetv.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.